In a bustling town filled with the rich aroma of spices and the noise of merchants haggling, there lived a spice merchant with a small family. He had a loving wife and 2 sons. The younger son was bold and charming. He could speak to anyone and win their trust in moments. But the elder son was different, quiet, hesitant, shy. People thought he was foolish because he barely spoke. Many took advantage of his innocence. Yet he never complained. Even his father grew tired of him. "Why can't you be like your brother?" the merchant often snapped. "How will you survive in this world if you're afraid to speak?" The boy's confidence shrank further with every harsh word. As he grew older, his fear haunted him in school. He would freeze during exams, forgetting everything. Later, his father asked him to help with the spice shop. Afraid of failing, he agreed. But fear is a heavy burden, and he made mistakes. Then one day, while the merchant was away, a group of cunning men came to the shop. "Your father sent us," they said. "We're here to collect the spice sacks for delivery." The boy stood silent, unsure. Moments later, the goods and the men were gone. When his father returned and saw the shop empty, his fury exploded. "You fool, you've ruined me. Get out, never return." The boy walked away in tears, mocked by townspeople, crushed by shame. At the riverbank, he stood trembling, whispering to the wind, "I am worthless. I fail at everything. Maybe I was never meant to be." Just as he moved toward the edge, a voice interrupted him. "Why are you rushing to end something that hasn't even begun?" A calm Zen disciple dressed in simple robes, he listened to the boy's pain and offered just a few words. "If you are alive, you can still change. If you jump, you'll never know who you might become." The boy asked, "But how?" "I'm broken." The disciple smiled and said, "Then come meet someone who knows how to mend broken things." They arrived at a quiet Zen monastery where an old Zen master sat beneath a large banyan tree, eyes closed in meditation. The boy bowed and wept. "Master, I am tired. I'm ashamed. I cannot live like this." The master slowly opened his eyes. "Then listen closely. I will guide you, but you must follow my instructions for the next 3 days." The boy nodded, desperate for hope. The master said, "This is your day 1 to transform your life, so I will give you a challenge to transform yourself. Go speak to 5 strangers. Ask about their life. Write it down." The boy hesitated but obeyed. Some ignored him, others mocked him. But by the end of the day, he had done it, and even made a few smile. When he returned, the master simply said, "Confidence begins when you act, not when you're ready." Next day morning, master said, "This is your day 2 to change your life. Today, teach 20 young students about the importance of water." "But master, I have no education. I can't teach." The master smiled. "They do not know what you lack. Only share what you know." Nervously, the boy began to teach children. His voice trembled, his hands shook. But the children listened. They clapped. By the second attempt, he spoke without fear. "You are no longer the same," the master said. "You've seen your power, even if just a glimpse." In the 3rd day morning, master said, "This is your final day, and your today's task is return to your father. Ask for forgiveness." The boy panicked and said, "He hates me. I can't." The Zen master spoke firmly. "If you can't do this task, I can't tell you the secret of confidence." And he added, "True courage lies not in avoiding pain, but walking through it." Shaking, the boy went home. "Father, I'm sorry I failed, but I want to try again. Please, give me one more chance." The merchant looked into his son's eyes and paused. For the first time, he saw fire on his eyes. "Then prove it," he said, and placed his hand on the boy's shoulder. The next day, the boy returned to the Zen master and asked, "Now, will you tell me the secret to confidence?" The master smiled. "You've already found it. Your enemy was never your shyness. It was your fear. People see you the way you present yourself. Even if you feel weak, act with belief, and others will follow. True strength is built, one small step at a time." Years later, that same boy, once mocked and broken, became one of the most respected spice merchants in the region. Not for what he sold, but for how he carried himself, with confidence, humility, and grace. Confidence isn't something we're born with. It's something we build. Even the quietest person can become strong when they choose to believe in themselves. Fear and doubt live only in the mind. But courage, that lives in action. Have you ever held yourself back because of fear? What's one small step you could take today, just like the young man, to move forward? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this touched your heart, like the video. And if you're ready to grow through action, do not forget to share and subscribe for more inspiring stories that awaken the strength within.